Hello, dear IELTS aspirant. I am Dr. Arshnoor, your IELTS teacher. Today I am going to explain the first part of IELTS speaking module. Be relaxed. It is the easiest part in speaking module because the examiner will ask you the questions related to yourself only. And who knows better than you, isn't it? So your first question obviously will be your name. So the examiner may ask your name in the different forms. Can you please tell me your name? How would you like to be addressed? Can I see your identity or can I check your identity, please? So in this way, you should tell the examiner about your name. So now here is your option. If you want yourself to be addressed by the first name, then you should tell that I'm more comfortable if you call me by my first name. Or if you feel that your second name is more powerful or you feel that it is good for you, then you may tell the examiner that you may call me by my second name. Apart from that, sometimes the examiner may ask you the meaning of your name. So in this case, you have to keep this in your mind that meaning of name must be clear with you. Is it okay with you? Now, move forward. So the next question will be, where are you from? The place where you live. It is your hometown. And tell one or two lines about the importance of your hometown. Every place has some importance, some significance. If I talk about my hometown, right now I'm living in Amritsar. And Amritsar is known for Golden Temple. And it is the most visited temple worldwide. So according to your hometown, you can explain what is the importance there or anything that is the place of significance you can talk about. Then the next question can be family. If I have to speak about, then I will tell that I am blessed to be a part of a joint family. See, there is no check on your ideas. And the examiner is not going to check whether you are telling a lie or you are really speaking the truth. So try to give the impressive answers. This is your speaking test. And if you have the liberty to speak more and impressive, so I think we should not lose a chance. As I feel that living in a joint family is always blissful. As we know that the number of people are there to support us, and is the common saying, joys are multiplied by sharing and sorrows are minimized. Hence, there can't be any other example to realize this quote. So after that, it could be hobbies. If this question is asked to me, my preference would be to speak on some creative hobby like reading books, cooking, gardening. So in case of reading books, you should just speak on some specific book which has some importance, which is giving some strong message to the society or which brought a turning point in your life. So there are many books like that. The book related to good habits, good book for motivation or inspiration. So in this way, you can choose the book of your choice. Then the second can be cooking, and we have enough material to speak on cooking as it is the utmost need for every living being to eat the cooked food or eat the food. So if the living being is, then the food is the most necessary thing, and for the human beings we have the liberty to eat the cooked food, and the cooking becomes an important part in human's life. So if you are interested in cooking, you may give your cooking techniques, you may tell how much time do you spend in cooking and which is your favorite cuisine. Then if it is gardening, then I feel that gardening is the one of the best hobbies one can adopt. It not only gives you relaxation, but along with that, there are lots of things you can learn from the nature also. After that, I'm touching one more point, that is your favorite place to relax in your home. So again, I'm touching the gardening part here. If I have to say, so in that case, I'll say that I love my garden or lawn. That is the favorite place of mine in my house. As I am a nature lover and I love to spend my free time in the lap of nature. And in this gives me immense relaxation. All my fret and worries fade away when I sit beside blooming flowers. I start my morning by showering water on these beautiful flowers, and this mesmerize my whole day. You may speak about your room, lobby, or sitting room where you feel relaxed or where on which you can speak more. The next question for you could be, do you like to watch TV? See, students, be careful here. Many students respond in a very bad manner, in an arrogant manner. So that's not good. The examiner is not going to lose anything. It is only you who has to bear the loss. So be sensible while answering any of the question. Though you don't watch TV, even then you should say, I watch TV only for few minutes. It's 30 to 40 minutes a day. So if the examiner asks you that which is your favorite TV channel, then you have many options to tell. But my recommendation would be that you should speak on a good channel. So don't speak on the channels which are showing vulgarity, violence, or nonsense on the TV. For example, you may say sports channel, educational, discovery, fitness channel, geographical channel, any channel which is somewhat productive or giving some message or value to the people, by which you are learning something. At least it is not making you toxic. So the next question can be, which is your favorite TV program? Must name some productive programs here also. There are many educational programs which you can tell the examiner, and see, the examiner, again I'm telling you, is not going to check your reality. Though you don't watch TV program or you don't watch this particular TV program, you can speak on your own ideas by having some of the idea regarding some book, or you have heard from someone, or you have watched some movie or something like that. So if I have to speak, I would go with either some educational program or the comedy program. I can say that I feel laughter is the panacea for all the ailments. This is my quote actually. Laughter is the panacea for all the ailments. Hence, I get immediate relief from all my pangs of stress when I watch any comedy serial. Because comedy serial or the comedy has the power to bring you away from pains and the miseries to the world of joy and happiness. Another question can be, do you like gifts? So here again you should say in the positive manner, yes, definitely I like to receive and present gifts to others. So the examiner may ask you that what do you mean by the gift? So then you can say that these are actually the token of love. This shows the affection, the care anyone shows to someone. Then the examiner may ask you, how often do you receive gifts? So they may say that on important occasions like birthdays or some other occasion. So I receive gifts from my friends, my parents, and I can recall a memory here. My mother used to present me the gifts till I was 15 years. As much old I was, the number of gifts was up to that. So suppose I was 10 years, I would receive 10 gifts at that time. So this was a very pleasant memory of mine which still brings smile on my face. Then the examiner may ask you, do you like to give gifts to others? Then again, don't say that I don't like to give gifts to others. This shows your selfishness, that you are receiving the gifts but you don't like to give gifts to others. Openly say, yes, if I receive gifts and I love to have, similarly I love to give gifts to others. You may say that I don't want to miss any opportunity by which I can show my affection, my care towards others. It may be my parents on the Father's Day, on the Mother's Day, Sister's Day, or any other occasion. I love to present them gifts on their anniversary, on their birthday also. So it shows that how much I care for them. Sometimes the worth of the gift is not much in the form of the money or the price, but the tag it carries in the form of feeling or affection is really priceless. So in this way, you should answer the question and examiner will be impressed by your answers.